Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Fraser Ballpark for Championship Sunday of the Sky Sports Women Open Club Nationals. We have made it to day 4, ladies and gentlemen. This is the semi-final. It's 1v4. It is Kaiapoi taking on PCU Angels. It's a battle of Christchurch. One's going to be able to go back down south, one's not. Damien and Collins here with the play-by-play for Ballpark Broadcasting and Atiawa Toa FM in the booth with me, my good friend Joe Fraser. Joe, what a battle we're going to have today.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great day for softball. Skies are blue. Fraser Park putting on the weather. And two of the South Island teams battling it out for who goes to the final.
Absolutely. With all the disruptions we've had this weekend, we got to be able to finish it out, and that's why it's a 1v4.
Yeah, they revised the draw after the bad weather that we had, but we made it to finals day, and that's what counts.
Absolutely. No second chances today, what we normally have in a tournament, how they play it off going into the grand final, but no, not today. Over on Diamond 2, it's Otahuhu taking on Bears, the winner of that going to the final, and Amber Schissler on the hill for Kaiapoi gets her first K of Stella Jorgensen, and that's going to bring to bat the shortstop, Michaela Weda-Hirko.
Good to see Michaela back playing softball. She had a little bit of a sabbatical, but she's back and fit. Made the White Sox squad that went to Australia.
Michaela actually announcing at NFC that it was going to be her last year in the Canterbury team. Yeah, she had herself a tournament to go out in style with the girls in the red and black. 1 and 2 the call. Ball down low is going to level it up. 2 and 2.
Yeah, Amber Chisler is one of the internationals that Kaiapoi have brought over, along with Lindsay Thomas.
Yeah, good battery here. They have been all tournament.
Both had a great day yesterday.
Did they what? And watch out with them. Watch out for them with the bat as well, ladies and gentlemen. They can hit.
Nice play by Mackenzie Bailey. Let's talk about her yesterday. Not only can she pitch, but she could play a very good third base. Multi-talented youngster, only 16 years old.
She sure is. Well, with 2 down, that's going to bring to bat Kairatu. The second base had herself an absolute season. Really coming into her own. Good genetics as well.
No doubt about it. Yeah, she had a great NFC. Made some fantastic plays from the shortstop position, and probably earned her stripes to get into the White Sox by that tournament down south.
She sure did. She's done everything with Canterbury this season. There's a group of these girls that on both teams that walked away with the under-17 girls title. They were runners-up in the under-19 girls. Kaiapoi, of course, won Fastball 45 a few weeks back here at Fraser Park. And now they're in the major semi. Well, it's not a major semi. I'm just used to saying that on Championship Sunday. It is a semi-final, ladies and gentlemen. Winner has the chance to be crowned club champions for 2023 later this afternoon. Who will it be? Kaiapoi or PCU Angels?
Yeah, it's an interesting draw, this one, but Otahuhu and the Bears playing on Diamond 2 have an opportunity.
Mackenzie Bailey McDowell again Goes and scoops it up and gets it over to first base, where Ruki makes the catch, and that will be the third out with a quick 1, 2, 3. We're going to the bottom of the first innings. No score in this one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the beautiful Fraser Park in the Hutt Valley. It is the venue, of course, for the 2023 Sky Sports Women Open Club Nationals. 15 teams have descended into Lower Huts this weekend. Lots of games played over the last 4 days, and it's down to the top 4 who will fight it out for their place in the grand final. Over on Diamond 2, Otahuhu taking on Waitakere Bears, the battle of the 09. And on Diamond 1, right in front of us, ladies and gentlemen, is PCU Angels taking on Kaiapoi from the 03.
Yeah, on the mound for PCU is Stephanie Fairclough. Another, not sure if she's American or Canadian, but...
no, she's definitely American.
American, yep.
Yep.
So, yeah, and I think that's what's provided that depth down in the Canterbury region, bringing some of those internationals over and rubbing off some of that work ethic that they have in the States to some of those young girls and players down south.
Stephanie, the development manager for Auckland Sopo, in charge of Western Bay Plenty and Waikato. Played for Waikato at NFC in October, which seems so long ago now.
Yeah.
It's been a season. She's going to be pitching the balls and strikes, and leading off for Kaiapoi is the young star from the hot corner, Mackenzie Bailey-McDowell.
Yeah, we're usually playing that NFC tournament in a little bit nicer weather. It was a bit frigid down there in October.
It was definitely the coldest NFC I've been to. Even if we've had wet ones, it's still been warmish. But that had all the season, didn't it, Joe? We had a good time down in Christchurch. It started off our season pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that was excellent. Just needed to rug up.
Well, Mackenzie will hit that foul well over to the turf behind us, where the Phoenix Academy are going to have to pick it up and throw it back to us. Flevkov gets her call, goes down in the, usually say dirt, but no, it can't go in the dirt here on Fraser Park Diamond 1 with the artificial. So Kaiapoi get the runner early, and Mackenzie Bailey-McDowell loves to run and steal some bases as well. Honora Hiss in at bat now, the shortstop. Gets her call from Coach Mike McDowell. Mackenzie looks ready to go at one. Gets a good hop.
After seeing a few pitches, let's see if he's got the sacrifice bunt on. Yes, he does.
Fraser calls it. As the runner is moved to 2. Joe, put the crystal ball away.
Well, he saw that Stephanie just was struggling with the strike zone, so he let her see a few pitches first, and then knew he was going to put one in there, and it was a excellent sacrifice bunt.
That's why you're in the colour seat, Joe. Well, Lindsay Thomas comes into bat now, the catcher from Kaiapoi. She loves to give the ball a ride here at Fraser Park, I tell you. She had an absolute field day at Fastball 45 just a few weeks back.
Yeah, an excellent hitter and good catcher, experienced.
Absolutely. Fairclough on the hill has been doing it hard this tournament, doing the majority of the pitching for this Angels team. 5 games deep going into this one. Workhorse from California gets the pit to get Lindsay Thomas to hit it down the first base, where Trinity Mackley-Ferdy makes no mistake about that, making the catch, and that's going to be the second out.
Yeah, it was a well-hit ball. Nice play by the first base. Just stayed down on that line drive, and what happened there?
They put Amber on.
They put Amber on,
They're
yeah.
not mucking around. That would have been a good little battle there.
Yeah.
Stephanie against Amber, but...
Yeah, intentional walk. Narissa, though, has been coming up in clutch situations and producing quite a bit. So
Sure
let's see
has.
if this pays off for PCU.
One of the 3 McDowell sisters in this team. Narissa, our Sky Sports White Sox centre fielder. Last tournament in the Kaiapoi colours with her sisters. Literally and figuratively. She'll be looking to go home from the 04 champion again before she goes on her adventures overseas to America.
Yeah, great opportunity to go to the States. Unfortunate for Kaiapoi to lose her.
Well, Fairclough pulls the strings on that one and gets her swinging. 1-2 the count. Fairclough hits down low corner for the strikeout called. Marissa McDowell will head back to the dugout with the K next to the name. And they leave 2 runners on. PCU Angels getting it tough as we have 1 completed in this one. Going to go to the top of the second. Be back shortly. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, here at the semi-final 1v4 for all the spot in the final at the 2023 Sky Sports Women Club Open Championships. Kaiapoi taking on PCU Angels. We're at the top of the second. No score in this one. Amber Shishler on the hill for Kaiapoi. Behind the dish, let's set the lineup actually. Behind the dish is Lindsay Thomas. On first base is Manawa Ruki. Second base, Layla McDowell. Third base, Mackenzie Bailey McDowell. At shortstop, Benora Hiss. In at left field, Tegan Maxted. At centre field, Narissa McDowell. And right field is Oriana Connell. We've had Stella Jorgensen, Michaela Wedehiko, and Kyla Ratu were the first top 3 batters in the first innings for the PCU Angels. Up now is Trinity Mackley-Ferdy from the first base. She goes early and hits that down foul.
Pardon me.
They're just going to drive the ball. Bit of dew out in the outfield.
Yeah, just the early morning dew, but I'm sure that's going to all dry up by the mid-afternoon. All ready for the final.
It's the pitcher here already. I tells you. Amber tries to go low, but just too low on that one. Outside for the ball. 2-2 the call. It's always good having a ground announcer who's onto it. You can just play off what they're saying. Oh, she goes, pulls the strings on that one, and she goes for it. Does Mackley Flutie, and that will be the strikeout for the first out. And with one out, that's going to bring to bat the third base, number 12, Tessa Metuatini. The ground announcer for today for this one at Fraser Ballpark is the great Sina Hunkin.
Yeah, the ballpark's starting to fill up. I see the fans starting to come in, starting to fill up the bleachers.
Well, they're here to watch this one and listen to Sina for sure. Well, she goes at the first pitch, slams it up the middle, bounces off second base. And PCU Angels have their first base runner of this ball game.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Tessa. Just went with the pitch and drove it up the middle.
And they're going to send out Caitlin Henderson to do the running, which she has done all this weekend. Young lady with the fern on the helmet. Lindsay Thomas goes out to talk to Amber. And at bat now is the catcher, Manaya Makere, looking to move the runner, Caitlin Henderson, but she'll look at the first pitch go by for the strike called.
Yeah, Manaya was on that Canterbury team at the NFC. A good catcher, solid catcher. A lot of power.
Outside pitch. Thomas pops up, ready to throw that ball if she has to. Catchers this weekend have been very aggressive, trusting their field, throwing the ball at will, keeping the base runners honest for sure. Gets her swinging on that one. She gets a strike, and Amber still apologises for the pitch. Interesting.
Yeah, must have been a little bit of a mix-up on that, but got the strike.
Thomas goes outside. Can't clip that corner.
Yeah, they've got a good relationship, this battery. Both international players coming over. You can see they have a good work relationship, on the same page most of the time.
Most of the time. I think it's quite funny as well that you've got the picture right now with Amber, the development manager for Wellington softball, and on the hill for the Angels, you got the development manager for Auckland softball, Western Bay Plenty and Waikato. Neither of them playing for teams from their region.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that will be the second out for the Angels.
Another ground ball, third ground ball to the third base that Mackenzie's just eaten up like a vacuum cleaner.
Well, with two down, that's going to bring to bat Caitlin Davison from the left field. Sees the first pitch go through for the strike called.
A couple of fans just trying to give me a call.
You're a popular man, Joe.
Yeah, I think they all want to plug on our live stream.
No doubt. Well, 0-2 count now. Angels, can they move the runner on from two? Goes outside, pushing it to right field, but just going foul.
You're just shortening up a little bit and just trying to pop it out to right field. Good piece of hitting.
Pushing that ball away from the base runner, of course. Angels with a runner in scoring position. We'll be looking to get first digs at this one for the scoreboard. Inside pitch. 1-2. Another foul away from the outside pitch.
Yeah, a little bit of a battle here.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Kaiapoi, of course, finishing top of Section C. PCU Angels finishing second, but doing it the hard way yesterday, winning the games that mattered to book their spot in the semi-final. Ball goes down to Mackenzie Bailey McDowell in the hot corner again and gets her fourth out at one. And Angels leaving one runner on, unable to convert. We're going to go to the bottom of the second. Still no score in this one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the beautiful Fraser Ballpark for the 2023 Sky Sports Women Open Club Nationals. It's the semi-final, 1v4 Kaiapoi versus PCU Angels, both from Christchurch, battling it out for their spot in the grand final out here at 1 o'clock. Well, ball goes up.
Oh, nice play by the third base.
Oriana Connell puts it up, and Mituatini comes in for the catch, and that'll be the first out. With one down, that's going to bring to bat second base, Layla McDowell.
Yeah, I understand Layla is nursing an injury, but playing through it. Some kind of softballer, putting a body on the line.
Well,
She's going to be having an operation in April, I understand.
Oh, she would have missed this one. Will it be the last one with Sis Narissa, or
Sis Naris?
just rolled off the tongue. Narissa, sorry. But yeah, she wouldn't have missed this one. Kaiapoi really coming into their own as a club, especially with the women's game.
Yeah, Mike's done a great job with the girls down there.
He sure has. Producing 3 superstars isn't a bad start.
Yeah, I was talking to him yesterday about how he can afford it, and he's looking at about $25,000 to send the girls to Italy and to the U.S. and yeah, so he's loading up the credit card.
Yep.
A lot of fundraisers and.
Well, that's the sport we live in, Joe. I'm sure you've done the same for your girl over the years.
Yeah, we did raise a few dollars through some fundraising and raffles and sausage sizzles.
Layla gets the pitch and sends it to shortstop, but not a lot gets past Michaela Wedahiko, who makes the play over to first for the second outs. And with a quick 1-2, that's going to bring up to bat the first base, Manawa Rookie.
It's early on in the game, but looks like both of these pitchers are just settling in nicely.
Yep. They are battle tested for sure over the last 3 days. And I thank the softball gods for the blue skies on Championship Sunday. I know you're enjoying sitting at home watching the game, but Fraser Park is looking like an absolute picture. Well, ground out to Kairatu. And through those middles for PCU, you can't get much through it.
No.
She'll make the play, and that will be another quick 1-2-3 as we have 2 completed in this one with a 0-0 ball game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fraser Park for the semi-final of the 2023 Women's Club Nationals. Kaiapoi taking on PCU Angels. We're tied at 0-0 at the top of the third. In a bat now for the Angels is the designated player, Lily Simcock. She's here to do one job, and that is to get her stick hot. Lets the upside pitch go.
Got a little help from the coach.
Yeah, Stephen Ratu will always give the help, I'm sure. Keith Marsh on third base for the umpires. It was almost in unison, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Ambitious lit on the hill for Kaiapoi. Three balls, one strike. The call on Lily Simcock. Amber goes outside, clipping the outside corner for the strike called. And that will load the count 3-2.
Amber will want to go right at this batter. Doesn't want to put the lead off on.
Bounces off the glove of Chisler on the hill. Layla Liddell comes forward to clean it up, but unable to make the play over to first. And PCU Angels have a base runner again. And that's going to bring to bat the right fielder, Samantha Forsyth-Kay, or Sammy Forsyth-Kay. Angels are going to send out the designated runner, Caitlin Henderson. Good bounce there at one. Ready to go if needed, or if the chance arises.
Amber's looking to hit that outside corner and not getting a call at the moment.
Fouled away. Goes for the running bunt to move the runner at one. Can't get back to ball though. One ball to the count. Outside to level the count 2-2. Henderson gets the call to steal second base. Lindsay Thomas unable to make the play. And now the Angels have a runner in scoring position again. Can they convert? None out here at the top of the third. Who can strike first? Forsyth-Kay tries to get that.
Yeah, Stephen Ratu being aggressive with the steal. Sammy Fawcett K couldn't lay down the sacrifice, but the designated runner got there on a steal, so the job was done.
And that's going to bring to bat the top of the order, centre fielder Stella Jorgensen. Being quite a reliable lead-off throughout the tournament. Leaves that pitch, but it's all about angles. And the strike is called. Inside pitch for the ball. You know one thing I really appreciate, Joe? Stephen Ratu's shoes match the team colours. If anyone knows me.
You like that matching ensemble.
I do. Thought's gone into that, you know?
Yeah, no doubt about it, yeah. Hard to find a pair of shoes like that with the orange and the black. And
well, he made it happen.
Yeah, custom.
Well, Stella will make her way to first with the walk. And that is Amber's first walk of the game. That's going to bring to bat the vet, shortstop, Michaela Wedahiko. And we know what she can do. She can be dangerous.
Yeah, a little bit of danger time for Kaiapoi.
Just the one out. She goes for the bunt. Absolutely making sure she doesn't touch that ball as she runs through. Because, of course, that would have been out. But
yeah, Michaela has good speed, but she also has good power for a slight player.
Yeah, she's got some tools for sure.
They used to call her nickname was Fatty Fedahiko, but there's no fat on that young lady anymore.
I'm sure she appreciates you sharing that as well, Joe.
Oh, that's just terms of endearment.
Oh, we're a tight-knit bunch in our community, mate. We've all heard the nicknames. Wow, nobody at one. Absolutely perfect place, a bunt. Amber Schisler coming through to scoop it up, as did Bailey McDowell and Rookie, but nobody at one, and that will load the bases for the PCU Angels. And you're going to bring to bat the young spark plug of the second base, Kaiapoi Ratu, who, Joe, has all the tools.
No doubt about it. I mean, she had a fantastic NFC and a great Canterbury season. In a real good spot here with the bases loaded and only one down. Let's see if she can find a little space in the outfield. Kaiapoi will have the infield at double play depth with the third base still in. The bunts probably won't be working at this point.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's Stephen Ratu's shoes. Orange and black. If anyone's going to notice them, it's sure as hell going to be me. Well, Kaiapoi Ratu still so young in our game, already playing well beyond her years, just like a lot of these young ladies out here. She was part of the age group set up this year with the 19s. Now pushing for honours with New Zealand for sure.
Big spot here. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Slams it straight back to Schisler, who makes the play at home. Lindsay Thomas can't make the play at first, though. It will go over first base. And Angels score 2. How is that for heads-up base running? Stephen Ratu with the aggression, just sending his runners, and they just go in, sliding into home, 1-2. Kaiapoi looked, by all accounts, they were going to have the double play, but then ball going over the head, or over the glove just, of rookie. Orion O'Connell comes in to scoop it up, to tidy it up a bit, but just can't make it happen. And look at this base running on the replay, just absolutely gassing it in, the two of them.
Well, Whatahiku has wheels, as does Jorgensen. It looked like a double play ball. Hit to the pitcher, right to the catcher. Still had time. Just lost a little bit of control on that.
Well, Lily Simcoe will be Caitlin Henderson was doing the running, but she'll be the second out. And then they scored Jorgensen and Wetahiku. And now in at bat with Kaiapoi on second base and 2 down is Trinity Mackley-Flutie, who struck out her first at bat. But you know yourself, Joe, if your team's hot, that can almost rub off on the next one.
Yeah, well, you make your own luck sometime. And Stephen had the players running and was going to test the outfielder's arm.
Well, Kaiapoi have led the majority of their games throughout this tournament. How will they come back here? Well, Trinity Mackley-Flutie gets it past the glove of Honora Hurst, which hasn't happened much during this tournament. And Kaiapoi goes from second to home, getting the call from Dad to gas it down to home plate and score the 3rd run for the Angels. And with a smack out to the left field, we're up to 3-0 in favour of the Angels. And that's going to bring to bat the third base, Tessa Mertuatini. First offering strike.
Well, Kaiapoi now being down 3-0. They're a gritty bunch. Still early in the game. There are still runs to be scored here. So Michael makes sure that he keeps the girls up, and they'll just have to fight back.
Cool character, Mike McDowell. He'll figure out a way for sure. Some good coaching will be had in this game, and that's a given. Down to the hot corner, as we've seen just 4 times before in this game already. Mackenzie Bailey McDowell.
Yeah, 5 times now.
Getting the out at first base, and that will retire the side, but not before PCU Angels open their account by going 3 runs in as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. PCU Angels 3, Kaiapoi 0. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, here in the semi-final of the 2023 Sky Sports Women Open Club Nationals. It is Kaiapoi taking on PCU Angels. Kaiapoi have been the absolute standout this tournament, coming into this game in first place, taking on 4 of the PCU Angels. PCU Angels having a big top 3rd, scoring 3 runs. How are Kaiapoi going to answer back here? Kaiapoi just dropping the 1 game to the Bandits in the pool play of Section C. Still finishing top on 17 points. Of course, it was just a 1-run loss, so they got an extra point anyway. Three balls, 1 strike, a few questions. PCU Angels finishing second in Section A. Have gone the hard way to get their spot here. Well, they've got a good start anyway, but we're a long way to go, ladies and gentlemen, in this one. I'm not going to jinx it by saying we've had a few tiebreakers, but we'll surely go the 7. And that hit by the leadoff, Tegan Maxted, will go down the hot corner, where Tuatini will make the play over to first for the first out. And that's going to bring to bat the top of the shot. From the hot corner is Mackenzie Bailey McDowell, who got the walk first at bat.
Kaiapoi just need to scratch a little run or two across. It's an early days, bottom of the third. Can't get 3 runs with 1 at bat, so it just need to get runners on base and chip away at the lead.
Fairclough on the hill has been an absolute trooper this tournament for the PCU Angels. Really fitting into the mix here as a pickup player. Her club in Auckland not entering here into the club nationals.
Yeah, that's a very good pickup for PCU.
Had a few years off, wanted to go back and play a bit of social softball this year, and here she is. That's what happens in softball.
Yeah. Take a sabbatical, come back, better than ever.
Hopefully she's enjoying her ball in New Zealand.
Yeah, I did have a chat with her when I was down in Christchurch, and she's enjoying her time in New Zealand.
How can you not? I mean, look at Joe, near the left.
Yeah, yeah.
Ball pops
Nice
up
play.
from Mackenzie Bailey McDowell. Kai Ratu needs to make some ground to make that catch on the foul ball line up the first base. But she does, and that's going to be the second outs. And with 2 down, that's going to bring to bat Honora Hess from shortstop. We'll be looking to make a play here and get the Kaiapoi team going. First offering from Fairclough is a struck call. Yeah, get rid of that one. Allowed to throw that one now and then.
Yeah, just a little waste pitch.
The old waste pitch. Totally meant to happen.
Yeah, get the players thinking that she's wild and they might get hit.
Well, you usually go to these tournaments, and if you end up playing someone from your region, you've usually seen them a million times down home. This one, not so much. With both pitchers from out of the city. I know Amber spends a lot of time down there. Inside for the ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Kaiapoi 3 runs down at the bottom of the third. Needing something to happen, but not as desperate as if we're in the 6th or 7th.
Yeah, you got a 3-run lead, so there's no reason to put her on. Go right at her. There's no runners on base. Attack that strike zone.
And she gets her swinging for the strikeouts. And with another quick 1, 2, 3, we have 3 completed in this one. PCU Angels leading Kaiapoi 3-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fraser Ballpark in the beautiful Hutt Valley. It is the semi-final for the 2023 Sky Sports Women's Club Open Nationals. Kaiapoi taking on PCU Angels. Top of the fourth, with the Angels leading this one 3-0. And at bat now is the catcher, Manaia Makere. 7 batters we're up last innings. Kaiapoi will be looking to tighten that up. And some fielding choices.
Yeah, 2 of the 3 runs were unearned. They forced a runner at home, and then there was the wild throw into right field. And Stephen Ratu sent those runners around, and then there was a base hit to drive in the 3rd run.
Well, Makere goes up the middle where Nora Hesp makes no mistake of that, getting that out at 1, and that will be the first out. And
Nora's had a good tournament also. She's played a very good, steady shortstop.
She sure has. And now to bat is the left fielder, Caitlin Davison. Sees the first offering go through Main Street for the strike called. Davison squares up, thinks against it, but the strike is called again to put her in the hole, 0-2. One and two the call. Davison grounded out to the hot corner. Mackenzie Bailey McDowell, like most of the team have. Gets her looking on the outside corner for the strikeout called. And Davison will go back with the KC next to the name. And that will bring up the 8 spots. Designated player Lily Simcott.
Lily had a base hit the first time she got up. That's what you like to have your DP do.
Yep, she was the force at home that caused all that commotion with throwing into right field from Lindsay Thomas. Going for the double play, just unable to make it happen and cost them dearly. Which can happen just like that. Simcock sends it back to the screen.
Good cut. Good swing.
Oh, Mike McDowell's phone's just gone flying. Not ideal. He streamed all the games even though we are. Simcott hits it back to Schisler on the hill, who gets it over to first for the 3rd out. And that's exactly what Kaiapoi needed to do. Get the quick 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Angels still leading this one, 3-0. We are on, ladies and gentlemen, here at Fraser Ballpark. for the semi-final between PCU Angels and Kaiapoi. We're at the bottom of the fourth. Leading off for Kaiapoi is the catcher, Lindsay Thomas, who sees the first pitch go just down low for the ball.
Yeah, this is an inning that Kaiapoi would like to grab a couple of runs back with their 3, 4, and 5 hitters up.
Yep, now's the time to make it happen for sure. And Lindsay Thomas, just is she ready to spark something for her team here? She's well capable. She watches that go through the zone. Looks over to coach after fixing his phone behind the dish. Gets the call with and he just gives encouragement. Fairclough just tries to get the bottom of the zone again.
Yeah, as you go through the game, you see what the umpire is calling. It looks like the down ball is going to be a ball, and the one that's a little bit up is going to be a strike. Although that one just missed.
That one was definitely close. Lindsay Thomas will make her way to first base.
We got the luxury of the box seat behind the plate.
We do indeed. Can't get better than sitting right behind. And we've even got a TV in front of us with the replays, etc. Life is good, Joe. Life is good.
Yeah, no doubt.
Fairclough goes outside against Schisler. And this is what we wanted to see in that first innings. Stephanie Fairclough on the hill against Amber Schisler in at bat now.
You don't want to be careful with Amber. She has home run power.
She sure does.
They'll like to just go away. She did hit a home run on a pitch that was away yesterday with the wind blowing out to left field.
She's hit a few this tournament. I think she opened her first day with 2 or 3. 4 diamonds here at Fraser Park, all set for the women's game, thanks to the great team at Mixted. Mitch and the team have been absolutely outstanding this weekend, helping out, sorting out diamonds, marking them, moving the fences. They've just been an absolute asset to us at Hutt Valley this weekend. So thank you, Mitch and the team, for all your hard work.
Yeah, they do a great job keeping the diamonds up to speed, and especially with the weather that we had, just tidying it all up. Just the walk to Amber, that was like an intentional, unintentional walk.
Yeah, it did look that way, didn't it? Well, she definitely can throw those strikes. Can Stephanie Fairclough on the hill for the PCU Angels. 2 runners on. This has happened before, but the grit from PCU Angels to get out of it. The ground out to short. Wedaheko gets the force at third base. Mike's going to question it, Mike Medell, the coach of Kaiapoi, but the force is called by Keith Marsh at third base. Michaela Wedaheko gets it. Looked like she tried to go for the tag as she was going past, but just couldn't get the arms out.
Yeah, it looked like she just got it caught in the glove a little bit, and the slide was a good one. Yeah, one of those bang-bang plays, and the umpire called her out. Like to see that on a replay.
Well, it's going to bring to bat with 1 down. The right fielder, Oriana Connell, who squares up for the bunt. They will go foul. Kaiapoi still with runners on 2 and 1. Narissa McDowell on first. Amber Schisler at second. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 down. Bottom of the 4th. Kaiapoi really want to convert this. Goes early. Goes left. Oh. Kaylin Davison makes some ground, but of course, on this diamond here at Fraser Park, you cannot wear cleats on the diamond. Therefore, if you're in the outfield, you can, but you just got to change it when you bat.
Yeah, sure.
I'm guessing she didn't.
Yeah,
because she made all the ground, but just at the last minute, and that's quite the shaded bit. Still a bit dewy down there. But she definitely made a good attempt.
Yeah, just coming out of the sun into the shade, into that little wet part. You could see she was losing her footing.
Well, that's the second out with the strikeouts of Connell. And PCU Angels showing their grit to work back here from getting 2 early runners on. And now it's going to bring to bat number 22, Layla McDowell, playing second base in this one. Fairclough throws it down Main Street for the strike called. Layla McDowell gets hit by pitch and Fairclough loads the bases. Kaiapoi now with runners on every base. Schisler at third, McDowell at second, and McDowell at first. That's going to bring to bat Manawa rookie from first base. Grounded out to Kairatu at first at bat. Fairclough gets the inside pitch for the strike called to go 0-1. Kaiapoi have everything set here for them to get their first run on the board. Fairclough getting some spin down low on it, but just unable to get it in the zone for the ball. 1-1 count.
Pressure situation here. Battle between the pitcher and the first baseman.
Up top of the zone. Rookie thinks against it. Looked like she was going to for a minute there.
Yeah, she did. She checked it well.
But thinks against. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Loaded bases. Can Kaiapoi make something happen here? 3 balls, 1.
See if Fairclough puts one down the middle. She does.
She sure does, and there goes up the middle, does the hit from rookie who was score Amber Schisler and Narissa McDowell. And they are pumped as Kaiapoi getting their first 2 runs on the board just like that.
Great piece of hitting on a 3-1 count. Punched it up the middle, scored 2 runs. And Kaiapoi just keeps scratching away. They don't give up, and they just keep coming back. I've really found it enjoyable watching them fight and show their grit.
Well, they're up for it, mate. They are definitely up for it. Well, they've got now runners on the corners, 2 down. They've got 2 runs on the board now to shorten that gap from 3-0 to 3-2. Layla McDowell set in the corner there. Kaiapoi almost looking to test. They've got Hannah Simon on first base doing the running now, the designated runner. Stephen Ratu is going to come out and have a quick talk to his team. Mike McDowell talking to all his players on that. Well, this is the hit from rookie that went straight up the middle, driving in the 2 runner. And look at those 2 from Kaiapoi. Marissa McDowell and Amber Schisler just throwing up the hands. Let's go. We've got a ball game here, Joe.
Oh, no doubt about it. Well, I think
we were always going to.
Yeah. They're batting around now.
Oh, they go for the out and almost get it as well. But Michaela Wirahiko unable to just grab the ball.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Layla didn't run on that pitch.
Looking from the body language of Dad, he looks it as well.
Yeah, the 1-3 play. Surprising them with 2 outs.
Well, now they've got 2 runners in scoring position. And in the bat now is Tegan Maxted. She's grounded out to the hot corner first at bat. She's got 2 runners to move this time. And it gets hit straight back to Fairclough, who makes the play over to first for the 3rd out, but not before Kaiapoi loads some bases, get the sticks hot, and drive in a couple runs. We're going to go to the top of the 5th after 4 completed. PCU Angels 3, Kaiapoi 2. Welcome back to Fraser Park, ladies and gentlemen, for the semi-final of the 2023 Sky Sports Women Open Club Nationals. Damien Collins in the booth with Ballpark Broadcasting calling the play-by-play, and calling the colour is Joe Fraser. We're at the top of the 5th here. PCU Angels leading this one 3-2 over Kaiapoi. We've still got a long road to go. Fouled away there by Samantha Forsyth. On 1 count. Amber Schisler on the hill for Kaiapoi in her 5th innings.
Yeah, both these teams have gone through with some tough battles. Kaiapoi in particular had a tough game against Otahuhu and coming out on top, and then one against the Bears where they won 2-1. So they're used to having close ball games, and we'll see who's up for the challenge. As you said before, Damien, loser goes home, winner goes to the final.
Yep, they're up for the fight. I know that much. And all these ballers that have been here over the last 4 days are up for it. Well, the zone is there, and that's a strikeout called. And that will be the first out for the Angels with Sammy Forsyth going down looking. And that's going to bring to bat the top of the order, Stella Jorgensen from centre field, who struck out at her first out bat. She got a walk and scored at home at her second. And she'll be looking to do the same here for sure. But Schisler is up for it, bouncing back after that 3rd innings for the quick 1-2-3 in the last. And with 1 down, we're back at the top of the shop. Just dropping in the zone, isn't it? Using all her tools there is Schisler, and she seems to be enjoying herself doing it. Or even surprising herself. I'm not sure what's going on there, but hits that outside zone where Stella Jorgensen will slam it down to Layla McDowell. who makes the play over to first. And that's going to be the second out. And that's going to bring to bat the shortstop, Michaela Wedaheko. And this is a player that can definitely spark something for her team. And she's going to need to now. Although they still lead, it's not that 3-run buffer anymore. It's just the one.
Yeah,
and we know how quickly that can change.
Michaela loves playing on this diamond because she's an excellent bunter and a contact hitter.
Yep.
And she's got some super wheels, so this is a slow infield for her, and she plays that bunt game really well on this diamond.
Well, that was outside for the ball. Wedaheko pops up. Layla McDowell. She puts up the hands to block out the sun. Routine catch there from one of the McDowell sisters. And that's a quick 1-2-3. Kaiapoi finding the rhythm now. Or will it be PCU Angels to continue to hold them out? We're going to go to the bottom of the fifth with Angels leading over Kaiapoi 3-2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fraser Ballpark for the 2023 Women's Club Open Nationals. It's the semi-final 1v4. Kaiapoi, PCU Angels. Almost said Devils then. Of course, the men's team's called the Devils. Mackenzie Bailey McDowell in a bat now. The lead-off for Kaiapoi was left on first at bat after getting walked. Popped up to Kairatu at second in her second at bat. She's a danger, this one. But Fairclough is up to it, hitting that inside pitch for the strike.
Yeah, she's got some really good rotation on that pitch. And when she's throwing it for strikes, she's somewhat unhittable.
Yep. Apart from that time, of course. But Stella Jorgensen is up for it, making some ground to make that catch. And that's going to be the first out.
Yeah, well hit ball to center field. Tracked well by Jorgensen for the first out.
And that's going to bring to bat the shortstop, Anora Hisp, who put down the sacrifice bunt to me to move the lead off in her first at bat and went down swinging in her second.
Yeah, one of the things that Fairclough is doing is pumping that first ball for a strike, getting the batter in a hole. I'd be a big believer in, if it's in that strike zone, to come out swinging and be aggressive.
Absolutely. Well, the English major is doing some speaking with the pitching for sure. Bottom of the fifth. Teams that have finished their games on other diamonds are starting to come over and watch. So we're getting some good numbers around Fraser Diamond 1.
Yeah, it's starting to
why
warm up.
wouldn't you? Blue skies. I don't see the trees moving for once, which is always a positive.
Absolutely. Temperature's going to be up to around 22 degrees for the final. It's up to about 19 at the moment. Not a breeze to be found, which is a little unusual for Fraser Park.
just a tad. Goes later that one and drives it down to Kaiapoi at second base, and she doesn't make mistakes there. So she pops it up to Macleay Flutie at first for the second out. And with 2 down, that's going to bring to bat the catcher, Lindsay Thomas, who got the walk last at bat. Grounded out to first base in her first at bat. And who knows what she could do in her third. But she's a player that can definitely spark that team by just hitting it over the fence. But Fairclough.
Yeah, I think the strategy for the PCU Angels is to pitch around Lindsay and Amber. Just be a little bit careful with them and let the other players beat them if that's going to be the case. But I don't want one of these 2 players to necessarily beat them.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Fairclough goes inside, and Lindsay Thomas will get the walk to first base. And that's going to bring to bat the pitcher, Amber Schisler.
So this is Amber's third at bat. She's been walked the 2 previous times. Lindsay, ahead of her, was walked twice out of the 3 times. So they're being very careful with the 3-4 hitters.
And the right 2. Yeah, we think it was an unintentional, intentional walk last time, don't we? Yeah. Goes down low in the zone for the first pitch. Norris McDowell on deck, who's also a dangerous hitter. Amber goes left field, where Caitlin Davison makes no mistake of her footwork there, catching that, and that will retire the side with a quick 4 up and 3 down. We're going to go to the top of the 6th with the PCU Angels still leading 3-2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the semi-final of the 2023 Sky Sports Women Open Club Nationals here at Fraser Park in the beautiful Hutt Valley. What you see is what we normally have.
Absolutely, sunshine.
Can't even say that with a straight face. But I do love this place, and I love that it's Championship Sunday. In our last major tournament of the season, of course, we do have secondary schools coming up in Dynasty Park in a couple weeks. But, oh, boys, we get to finish the season where it started, down at Dynasty Park.
Yeah, beautiful.
But we are here for the last of the majors. It's the Club Nationals Championship Sunday. This is a semi-final 1v4 Kaiapoi versus PCU Angels, with Kaiapoi leads off, hitting it down the hot corner, where Mackenzie Bailey McDowell is having an absolute field day down there, getting it over to first base for the first out. And speaking of first base, where it's going to bring to bat Trinity Mackley-Flutie, who hit the shortstop first at bat. And was struck out first at bat, hit the shortstop second at bat. We're at the top of the 6th. PCU Angels, they don't have that buffer like they did earlier on in the semi-final. They'll be wanting to add something here for sure, because Kaiapoi seems to be getting into their rhythm. And of course, how it is, they get the last bat. So this, the penultimate innings of the semi-final. Mackley-Flutie set in the batter's box. Schisler goes low. 3 balls, 1 strike the count. Fouled away. That's going to load the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Here in the top of the 6th. Angels up by 1. There you see Rico Sports Centre in the background here of Fraser Ballpark. An absolute standout facility here in Lower Hutt. Has been Liz and the team here at Sportsville have been absolutely outstanding this weekend looking after our teams. So appreciate everything you've done, Liz LePreau and the team here at Sportsville at the Rico Sports Centre. Appreciate you having us. Well, I appreciate you having me every day I work here, so thanks for the office card. Tessa Metuatini sending it down to third base where it goes foul. Of course, that walk from 4, they're going to have their runner, Caitlin Henderson, out there through the zone for the strike called. And with Schisler in her 6th innings of pitching now, she's got 2 strikes. Down low for the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the call.
Yeah, Tessa had a single in that 2nd inning and then grounded out to the 3rd base.
Surprise, surprise. Well, she goes at that. Surely she's gonna find a spot in between 8, 9. Ratu sending her. And that's the aggressive running. Caitlin Henderson, she's there for a reason, to run the bases. She goes from 1 to home to score. And that is an extra run that the Angels needed for sure. Through the bat of Metuatini. And with 1 down, that's going to bring to bat Manaia Marketi, who hits it. Narissa McDowell, some footwork, some pace to get to that ball, and then the dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, that's a sports sound play.
Slide in to make the catch at centre field. Narissa McDowell showing why she's the Sky Sports White Sox centre fielder. And getting that out was so valuable, because who knows what the Angels could have done there if it got past her.
Yeah, that's just what you said, a sports center. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Great play.
Well, Caitlin Davison from the left field is in now. Let's the inside pitch go. She struck out looking at her last at-bat. At her first at-bat, grounded out to the hot corner. Schisler has her call from Thomas. Goes outside. And yes, she did. 1 ball, 2 strikes the call. 2 down. Runner on 2. Top of the 6. Inside pitch, Gertz looking again. I think that was pretty identical of the last strikeout she got. But that's in the books now. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6, but not before the Angels add another one to their lead. They're leading this one over Kaiapoi, 4 runs to 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fraser Park for the semi-final of the Sky Sports Women Open Club Nationals. It's Kaiapoi taking on PCU Angels, both from Christchurch, both with a chance to book their spot in this afternoon's grand final. Leading off for Kaiapoi with, after the Sports Centre catch in its centre field, is Narissa McDowell.
How many times do you see that? A player makes a great play in the field, and then when they come to bat, they're leading off.
Yeah.
Happens quite a bit.
Well, it's just like outs if you actually look at it. Who gets the last out? The amount of times they've been the lead-off batter when they come in.
Yeah.
But she definitely looked pumped after running in at her first at-bat to cross home plate. And then after that catch in at centre field, she'll be looking to do something here. One of the leaders of the team for sure. Outstanding player. She's got 3 balls to open. Stephanie Fairclough on the hill for PCU Angels into her 6th innings as well. Clips the top of the zone for the strike called. 3 balls, 1 strike. Through the zone again. Narissa McDowell punches it to right field, where Sammy Fawcett-Kay just takes her time to get it in. And Narissa McDowell isn't going to muck around. She's going to gun it to second base. And that is how you want your lead off here in the bottom of the 6th when you're 2 runs behind. Kaiapoi, what can they do here? Oriana Connell from right field is in a bat now with a runner in scoring position for Kaiapoi.
Yeah, that shows you just how important that extra run was for the PCU Angels.
Oh, hits back up the middle there. Fairclough unable to get it. Narissa McDowell, rounds 3, goes into home. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Kaiapoi grab another one straight back. As you said, Joe, that run before for PCU Angels, all important because they still get a lead, hold the lead here. But Kaiapoi, they're ready to get going.
It'll be interesting what Mike does here. Does he put the sacrifice bunt to get the runner at third, or does he let Layla swing? Looks like she was swinging on that.
Oriana Connell on second base. Layla McDowell in the batter's box here. She's got the 1-1 count now.
Just got an update on the men's Ramblers lead Papanui 5-1 in the bottom of the fifth. The winner plays Porua.
Layla McDowell gets it to the shortstop, who makes the catch on the ground. And do they get the double? They get the double. So important play there for the Angels. They needed a quick double or something, because you want to extinguish that fire that Kaiapoi have got going at the moment.
He just lined out into a double play there.
And Manawa Rookie from the first base is up to bat now for Kaiapoi. With 2 down, no runners on. Bottom of the 6th, down by 1. Fairclough on the hill for PCU. Angels really doing the job for her team. She's done the majority of the heavy lifting over the last 4 days. She's had some injuries throughout the season, the hamstring. And she's been hurting through this one, but she'll put in the effort to close this one out. But Kaiapoi getting their sticks hot. They're up for the challenge, as are both teams. Goes into the zone. Fouled away by Rookie. Championship Sunday, Joe. You got to love it. Well, we've started off with a great one here.
I'm just thinking back on that play with Layla. Instead of bunting and getting that runner over to third base.
Well, Rookie pops up to center field. Stella Jorgensen is going to make no mistake of that one, getting under it to make the catch. And that is going to retire the side, but not before Oriana Connell hits this double to drive in the run of Narissa McDowell. And to claw one back here, we're going to go to the top of the 7th of the semi-final. Who's going to book their spot in this afternoon's grand final? It's PCU Angels leading Kaiapoi 4-3. Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fraser Ballpark, the venue for the semi-final of the 2023 Sky Sports Women Open Club Nationals. It's Kaiapoi, who finished first, taking on PCU Angels, who finished 4th. Winner going straight through to the grand final at 1 o'clock. Who will they play, Waitakere Bears or Otahuhu? We shall find out sooner than later. We've got an absolute great game here. PCU Angels led for half of it, but Kaiapoi came back hitting a couple in. And then the seesaw for the last couple innings. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count on the leadoff batter of Lily Simcott, the designated player. 2-2 count now. Joe, what's it going to take for both these teams to win this game?
Well, it's being down to 1 run. Kaiapoi just going to have to get a base runner on base and bring that one in. Just look to tie the ball game up and then send it into extra innings. They have the bottom of the inning batting, so they'll be looking now to keep this inning clean and then get into the bats. I guess leading off for them would be Tegan Maxted, and then you got top of the pops with Mackenzie and Honora, and then you got the duo of Lindsay and Amber, which they'll yeah, and the PCU Angels will be looking to avoid those two hitters.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Sammy Forsake is going to have a seat, and coming in to have her bat is Narissa Dysart.
So we have Bennington to the PCU Angels. Coming into hit will be number 25, Melissa Bassett.
Dysart has been pretty handy with the stick this tournament. Gets the first pitch from Schisler. Schisler into her 7th innings on the hill. Three balls is the count. Tries to get the zone there, but another ball she'll make her way to first base with 4 straight. And that is exactly what she needed to do. Come in for the bat for Forsake and make it happen. They're going to send Sammy back out to do some running. And into bat now is lead-off centre fielder Stella Jorgensen. Looks over to coach Stephen Ratu, who knows this game inside and out. He's coached this team very well throughout this tournament.
Well, he knows how important trying to get this next run in, just as a little insurance. See how aggressive he wants to be.
Sammy looks like she's ready to run, but she's just getting that good lead on first. Jorgensen grounded out to second base at her last at bat. Her second bat was a walk, then she scored after really putting on the Jets there. She pops it up to center field. Narissa McDowell comes in to make the catch and has the wherals or the ears to listen to her team to gun it into first to hold up the runner. And that is going to be 2 down after that catch in the center field. And that is going to bring to bat Michaela Wedehiko, the shortstop. Can she do something for our team here? Angels looking to head that extra run. Do something here to just get away from Kaiapoi a little bit, who have just been so hot and determined up for the nitty-gritty of it all in this tournament. And Mike Medell will always tell you, we're in with a fight. Wedehiko down low, sees the ball down low for the ball. 3 balls the count, another quick 3 balls from Amber Schisler. Wedehiko, veteran batter. Will she go at this? No, it'll go past her for the walk.
You're just being a bit careful with Michaela Wedehiko. 2 down. But
another
Kaiaratu up.
Yep, Kaiaratu, the spark plug from second base. Watches the first one go through Main Street for the strike called. Shisler has a call from Thomas. Goes inside, which is fouled away by Ratu. Puts her in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Both teams so vocal. Really are in the women's game. And she gets her swinging. Amber Shisler doing what she does on the hill. Getting the all-important strikeout while leaving 2 runners on base from the PCU Angels. We are going to go to the bottom of the 7th, ladies and gentlemen, with just 1 run in this one. It's the PCU Angels 4, Kaiapoi 3. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's the bottom of the 7th innings in the semi-final 1v4. Kaiapoi versus PCU Angels. Who will book their spot in the grand final at 1 o'clock against either Otahuhu or Waitakere Bears? Angels are fielding now. Kaiapoi last at bat, or is it? Can they add the extra run to send us into tiebreaker? Or can the Angels keep on doing the defense like they have been with this exciting lineup that the Angels have? But Kaiapoi are here for a fight. Leading off for Kaiapoi is Tegan Maxted.
Yeah, trying to get that runner at lead-off runner on. She's in a hole 0-2. Anything close, she's got to make sure she's swinging, staying aggressive.
She fouled away and then watched it go through, and that will fly back, fly up top. Count remains 0-2. What a game we've had here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Proud to bring it to you from Ballpark Broadcasting with Atiawa Toa FM. Well, she'll pop that up. Where Stella Jorgensen is under it to make the catch. And that will be the first out. But Joe, we're at the top of the order for Kaiapoi, and this top of the order has been something special this tournament.
No doubt about it. They've been getting on base and coming home and driven home by Lindsay and Ambler. Let's see if Mackenzie can get on base and start a rally.
Well, ball down low is the call from our umpire. Stephanie Fairclough on the hill into her 7th innings. Hits the zone to put the count to 1-1. Inside goes ball, 2-1. Still got some smiles out there. Bottom of the 7th. Gotta love it. Goes down. Kaiharatu. Wow.
Oh, beautiful play.
That's what needed to happen there. The ball bounces off the glove of Mackley Flutie at first base, but Kaiharatu doing exactly what a second base should be doing, is backing up her wherever possible, and she gets that ricochet off the glove to make the play at first. That's going to be the second out. And now with 2 down, that's going to bring to bat Anora Hesp, the veteran shortstop for Kaiapoi. Will PCU Angels be able to do it and book their spot in the grand final? Can Kaiapoi keep on going with the role that they've been doing of late? 2 down, bottom of the 7th. Kaiapoi down by 1. First pitch popped up, foul.
Yeah, you got to like the aggressiveness of Anora. She saw a strike and wasn't going to let it go.
Well, now's the time for PCU Angels to get that out. Well, it always is, but you do not want the next 2 batters coming up with the way that they've been going. Almost on the outside zone, but that will load level 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 7th, 2 down. Inside pitch. Hesp goes with it, goes foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. PCU Angels ready to book their spot in the grand final. Kaiapoi ready to work for it. Goes foul. Tessa Merturtini scoops that up like she's done all game. 1 ball, 2. Hess squares up. Looking to push the ball like that. Can they make the... Wow, Kairatu goes up. Goes back to catch, but Sammy Forsake overcalls as she's going forward. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. PCU Angels have booked their spot in the grand final here. And a barn burner of a game. So close was Kaiapoi to continue on with their dream run, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be for them. Kaiapoi, who recently left with the Fastball 45 title from Fraser Park, unable to go all the way, but they have had an outstanding tournament here, ladies and gentlemen. They really, really have, with such talent coming through. But it's going to be PCU Angels booking their spot in the grand final. Who will they play? Otahuhu or Waitakere Bears? And it seemed, looking over it looks like they're still going for a little bit. No, maybe. No, it looks like it's done over there as well. So we've definitely got our finalists picked, ladies and gentlemen. Who will it be, Joe?
Well, I mean, both the Bears and Otahuhu are 2 classy outfits, have experience to burn, have been there before. Otahuhu, last year's champions, I think. Yeah, and so yeah, we'll see who's booked the final spot with the PCU Angels. They're in. Kaiapoi, as you said, had a great tournament, have a super future in front of them, but they are going home today in 3rd or 4th place.
We saw some absolute outstanding talent out there, Joe, but who would be your Ballpark Broadcasting player of the match?
Oh, I think the player of the match would have to be the pitcher. For me,
Stephanie Fairclough.
Stephanie Fairclough. She kept them in bay. Obviously, they were pitching around Amber Schizler and Lindsay Thomas, who had 4 walks between the 2 of them. But the strategy worked. There were other players throughout the game. Narissa McDowell made super plays in center field. Federico from shortstop. Kayla Ratu from second base. There was some outstanding plays throughout, but I think you got to tip your hat to the pitcher, Stephanie Fairclough.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for us for the semi-final. We cannot wait to bring you the grand final right here on Ballpark Broadcasting with our team from Atiawa Toa FM. On the behalf of Sina Hunkin, on the ground announcer, Adrian Corey in the booth, running the switcher and producing. Joe Fraser on the colour, and Damien Collins here calling the play-by-play. We will see you at the grand final. Let's go.
Let's go.